Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just wanted to take a quick second, do a little PSA. What I want to say is, one, I apologize for last week's video. It was not good, not my best. They all can't be bangers, but that one was definitely not good. Pretty much the story behind on why it was not good is, one, I wanted to make a video to at least get something out. Two, I worked 20 hours straight and then slept for 2 hours and then made that video. So what happened is where I work, you stay for overtime, and sometimes overtime turns into a lot of time, and pretty much worked from 8 in the morning till 4 in the morning the next day. So solid 20 hours. And then if you do that, then they are at least nice enough to give you the next day off. But I didn't want to waste a day sleeping. So I slept for 2 hours, and then the wife got up for work. I decided to get up with her, come out here, and well, that's what you get. I was exhausted, but I still wanted to make a little bit of progress on this thing. And like I said, not the best video. I apologize for that. So hopefully this one's a little bit better. Second thing is I want to ask, do you guys like the Sunday 10 to 10:30 schedule? I know that probably some of you guys don't like wait for me to post videos, but do you like the Sunday at 10, or do you want to do Friday night, or do you want to do a Saturday? Or do you want more like, hey, when you finish a video, put that out. Don't really worry about doing a set schedule. You know, if I have one come out on Wednesday, would you guys be, scrolling through YouTube, see it, click on it? Or, does Sunday work? I don't know. This is probably going to go out on Sunday. This is going to be after Thanksgiving. We got Thanksgiving coming this week. So this is going to be the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. But if you guys want me to change up the schedule, then let me know. I'll be happy to do it. So I really think that's all I got for kind of morning announcements. Apologize for last week's video. Hopefully this week's video is better. Do you guys like the Sunday, or do you guys want me to change it? I'm open to changes, whatever kind of works best. Whatever, I guess, whatever fits your guys' schedule really is kind of what I'm going for here. So in this video though, what do we got? I got a few updates. I did a little bit of work yesterday, and yeah, I'm going to show you guys what we got going on. We've started wiring, and by wiring I mean I've plugged in the harness and gone, holy crap, I got to fit this through the firewall, the nice firewall that I've already sealed up. So I got to cut into it to get some of these connectors in there. And that's kind of where I've gotten with wiring. Oh, I did add the battery shut off in the back. We're going to go look at that real quick. And I got an alternator bracket. Water pump is on, the tensioner is on. I did the heater core loop because it is a factory water pump. So let's kind of get into it. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to walk you around and kind of show you what we got going on. All right, we're going to start at the front of the car with this ICT billet alternator bracket. I don't know if I did it right. I think I did it right. I made my own spacers, my own length, because I looked at this and the pulleys were a little bit further out, and it honestly looked like the belt would be trying to jump off. So I made my own spacers for the back to kind of bring it closer to the block, and I think it's going to line up a lot better now. So alternator's on, we got our pulleys, we got our bracket, we got our heater core loop, which honestly, Amazon, I think it was like $9. Super worth it. I'll pay a little bit more if it makes my life easier, and it doesn't imply me having to go to the parts store and trying to explain what I'm trying to do and then have them look for hoses. I can get it on Amazon. It can be at my house in like 2 days. That's way easier for me. It was like $9 is what it is. So next with that, I do have a breather coming for this filler cap. If I can get this off, there you go. I did buy one, but I'll show you guys in a second. I have a threaded one. The one I bought is not threaded, so I had to go and buy a threaded one. Next is I did buy a PCV, the positive crank case ventilation. I bought a deal for that little port and that port, and I'm just gonna mount it over here, kind of help clean it up, and actually maybe try to make those usable. I know you don't really have to use them, but you know, it's crankcase pressure, and I'd like to relieve as much as I can with this thing, especially because we are going to be kind of pushing it kind of hard. So let's go walk around to the back of the car. Oh, actually, you know what? Stop. We'll stop right here. Like I said, we got connectors plugged in. We got coil harness plugged in. We got the cam sensor in, and we got the crank sensor in, which is way down here. Not that you guys are going to be able to see it on here. You can kind of see it. See? And it goes behind the starter right to the crank position sensor. So cam sensor, crank sensor, both plugged in. Coil packs are plugged in, but the coil harnesses are plugged in. And all this is sitting up here, and I got to figure out how to get it through. It would have been really nice if I left this open, but I didn't. So now I'm going to drill like 4 holes and then come in with my cutoff wheel and just kind of slice it so that way it looks like a nice clean oval. Slide those in and then figure out either grommet or kind of make some steel that goes up by it, so that way the firewall is still at least sealed off. Back here, we got our battery shutoff mounted. It's a little bracket that I welded. You can see it's welded to the floor, and then it's welded up top here. So we got our on and we got our off. So that's pretty sweet. Fuel cell is mounted, actually. Everything is tight. So yeah, we made a little bit of progress this week. I didn't video it at all because I was just, sometimes I just like working and not worrying about filming. So we are getting to the point of the project where it's wiring, plumbing, and miscellaneous stuff. So that's pretty exciting. I kind of explained it best to one of my buddies. I said, we're at the annoying part of this project. And by annoying, I mean, I have a lot of the big purchases paid for. Converter, I got to pay for still. Transmission, I got to go pick up and pay for. But I found one, and that's handled. So I know how much I got to spend there and with the converter, and I got that money. I just got to go pick it up and buy the converter. But we're kind of at the point where like the large purchases, the $1,000 plus purchases are out of the way. We're kind of at the annoying part now, where it's like $60 to $200 you gotta spend to kind of get more parts showing up. And the annoying part of that, I say, is it's a lot of $60 to $200 pieces. So that's where we are at. Oh, and on top of that, if Amazon stops, Speedway, but they're shipping it through Amazon or whatever, stops playing with me, maybe I'll have a radiator today. I did buy a radiator. I have the fan and the shroud in that box, so I'm just waiting for the radiator here. So that'd be really neat to have that, kind of keep buttoning this thing up. So where we're at today, I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to work on getting all of these fed through the firewall. That's the plan for the day. So I'm going to get going on that. Like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if we kind of go back to the beginning of the video where I was talking to you guys, let me know what works best for you. Do you guys like the Sundays, or do you guys want me to change it? Ooh, you're falling over. Do you want me to change it to a different day, a different time? What do you guys want? And secondly, once again, apologize for last week's video. It was a mess. It was not my best work. But, when you work 20 hours straight, sleep for 2, and then come out and work on your project car, that's what you're going to get. So it is what it is. Still made progress in that video. Still was able to post a video for you guys, but it was not my best work. So I do apologize for that. But, yeah. All right. Sounds good. We're going to get back to work. We're going to get back to pushing forward to get this thing running. All right. Quick break from trying to run these harnesses through the firewall. We got a radiator. It showed up. Speedway, Amazon. Ordered it off Amazon. It's from Speedway. Doesn't matter. Came through. Showed up today. And I think we are going to be in really good shape. I think we are. I think this is going to fit real good. It looks good. It looks like it should fit pretty good. Maybe a little... maybe a little trimming or something down there to get it sit just a little bit lower. but I think we are going to be in good shape. I'm a little worried about the radiator cap being too tall, but those are problems that we're going to find out after we get the body panels back on and we try to fit the hood. I have reason to believe that we're going to be okay.
Diamond shining, looking like a Rob Liberace.
Got a
It's all
radiator.
good. From Diego to the Bay, your city is the bomb if your city making pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Train putting it down for California. Hey, shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it, mama. Shake it, Cali. Shake it, baby. Shake it. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Oh, soon as I stepped on the scene, I'm hearing hoochies screaming.
All right, so stopping in for a quick little update of what we got going on here. Kind of what you just saw and where I'm at. Sounds good to me. We got our breather on, so that's nice. And then we have our PCV and ran it how I think it should be ran. I know that this is the out and that's the in. At least that's what the internet says. I don't know. The internet's never wrong. But regardless, yeah, you got your out going into the in, which, yeah, out to in. Makes sense to me. And then out to the in. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, it's just swap two hoses. It's not that big of a deal. But got catch can in, got a breather. I did cut my little hole in the firewall, which is a little bit bigger than I wanted it, but it's fine. I already know how I'm gonna patch it. Or, I already know how I'm going to fix it up with grommet and a little bit of sheet metal to make it look nice again. Got all of our wiring, well, not all of our wiring, at least our wiring for the MSD box now in the car. Now, I just have to figure out where I want it, what I want to do. Do I want to make a mount for everything for the MSD box and all that other stuff? Or do I want to mount the MSD box one place and then the other stuff another place? Probably not. I'm probably just going to make a mount for everything and put it all in one place. Preferably, it's going to be a little bit of a pain to get to after I put the dash in and all that, but I would like it kind of in this area, so that way the passenger still has foot room. I don't have to worry about them kicking it or anything like that. So that's kind of where we're at. We got I gotta do a little bit of splicing and butt connecting. As far as this stuff, pink, blue, and white. One of these is, what is one of these? One of these is like a launch RPM. One of these is timing retard, and I don't remember what the other one is. I took the instructions home to read, and I never read them, nor did I ever bring them back. So some of this information may be wrong, but it'll be correct the next time I start this project over again on the wiring side of things. But I'm just excited to be back to I'm just excited to be wiring. I have a little bit of ADD brain or ADHD brain. OCD. No, OCD is the cleaning one or something like that. But yeah, if I get something new, I got to put it on. So I put all this stuff on while I was in the middle of trying to run the wires. I don't know. Whatever. I'm at the point of the project where there's a lot of little things that need to happen. So if I veer off and do one of these things, at least it's done, right? Yeah, that's how I look at it. But yeah, like I said, we got our radiator, we got our fan and our shroud. That fits really nicely here. We got the catch can and the breather, all that fun stuff. So, a little bit here and there, really kind of pulling it together. But, yeah, I'm actually officially ready to kind of start wiring now. So I got to buy a few things. I got to buy some connectors and some things like that. I got to buy some... Sorry, I'm just taking a moment to see everything that I have. I got to buy some relays, got to buy some connectors, got to buy some nonsense. But for the most part, yeah, we're well on our way into starting this wiring, and after the wiring's done, then we're gonna plumb it, and then we're gonna fire it. So the car won't be like done when it fires up, but it'd be really nice just to have this thing, you know, able to fire up. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So anyways, yeah, get the wiring done. Once I kind of verify that everything works with that, then I'll plumb it. And then as far as fuel lines and stuff like that, and tranny cooler, put water. I'll probably put antifreeze in it because it's gonna sit. You know, it's gonna be winter, and then maybe I'll drain that out before spring. But kind of get this thing starting to the wrap up stage, which is very far away, but not really. You know what I mean? It's we're at the stage where things are happening, so that's a plus. And it's more of like the exciting things, like wiring, plumbing, because that kind of gets to the point where it's like, hey, this thing is getting ready to be wrapped up. So that's kind of nice, but it's kind of where we're at. Obviously, you still got to run brake lines and all that other nonsense. Make sure the front suspension's good, make sure the rear suspension's good, make sure the brakes work. Fix the steering, still got to do that, but I'm going to focus on wiring. I'm going to focus on the harder part for me, at least. Haven't done a whole lot of wiring, so I'm going to focus on that harder part, because then the brake lines, the steering, the fuel lines, all that stuff I've done plenty of times before. Not really worried about that. But I want to get the wiring pretty much squared away, so when I pull that battery switch in the back, I can have my headlights work and my turn signals work, and I can crank it up. I can do, have all my stuff working, and that would be really nice, because then it's just buttoning this thing up. So I'm going to start tackling the wiring, mainly because it's something that I don't have the most confidence in, but I do want to get way better at it. So kind of jumping ahead first is how I'm going to do that. I've read some places where, this stuff needs really good grounds. So I'm going to really focus on making sure I have really good grounds, especially for the coil packs. Those need really good grounds. And yeah, things of that nature. So kind of just rambling right now about where we're at and the current state of the project. So I'm probably going to wrap this video up here. It's probably a good point. Thank you guys for watching. Next video, we're going to start wiring, so that should be fun. If it's not wiring, it's at least planning on where the MSD box is going to go and all that other stuff. So I look forward to that. That should be fun. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, we're wrapping this video up here. So we made some progress. We're going to start wiring again. Or not again, but we're going to continue it and finish that all up. So really, from here on out, you should really only see wiring videos until that is done. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe or share, like, all that other stuff. And yeah, I'm signing off. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I gotta get back to work.